Alright, so the torque box is just about done. Just going to get out here today and try to seam seal it while we had some beautiful sunshine and the temperature's coming up, but they're not going to come up quite enough to be able to run the seam sealer today. Really needs to be about 60 degrees outside, and it's not going to quite get there today. So we're going to have to wait till tomorrow to run some seam sealer. But what we can do in preparation for getting these floorboards ready is I can try out my new tool. This is a air flanging tool, and it also has a hole punch. It uses the Harbor Freight Central Pneumatic tool. Does it have a tool item number? Yes, it does. Item number 01110. So we're going to get set up. I've got a few holes I can punch in this floorboard panel just to try it out and see how it does. Alright, so this is the passenger floor pan. I'm going to be trying to adapt some 67 Mustang floor pans to fit this 64 Mercury Comet, strictly due to cost. The Mercury Comet floor pans are not as readily available. I think I paid $40 for this partial piece of pan, and it's already got the ribbing and stuff in it. Doesn't match up exactly, and I'm okay with that. That's not that big a deal. I'll be able to fit this pan to the car, but like I said, I wanted to try out the flanging and the hole punch tool. Along this edge of the floor pan, it actually welds to the inner rocker, and what you need to do is come through and put holes down through here so that you can plug weld it, as well as stitch weld places across the top to secure this floor pan to the car. So let's get the hole punch and let's see how it does, if I'm going to have to make any adjustments or if it's going to work right out of the box. Cycle it a few times, and there goes the compressor, of course. Let's see what happens. Just like that. Boom, she pops a hole. That's a lot easier than drilling. Wow. That's way easier than trying to drill. I drilled a bunch of holes trying to get ready to do the torque box. I used a step bit, a half dull step bit at that. This is nice. I wish the throat was a little deeper. That makes short work out of drilling those holes. All I have to do is come back, take the metal coating off, weld it up. I'll see if I can find us a piece of scrap steel and we'll check that and see how the flanging end works. Alright, I found a piece of rough original metal that was in the car. Let's go down. Flanging end is not working so much as I would like. It's giving it somewhat of a step, but not as much as I had hoped. Let me go down through here. I don't know. That gives you a little bit of a step. Certainly better than having no step at all, so that the metal's not laying up on an angle. That would help it lay down a little flatter. So it is working. I don't know if you can really tell. The camera's going to be able to pick that up. See if you can see it from the end. I don't know. Got a little bit of a step. I guess it probably doesn't need to be much more than that, but I was thinking that it would be more exaggerated. But it does work, so kudos for that. There's a hole punch on this old metal. Just as fast as that new metal. Snips a hole just right now. Not sure what it does with the piece it punches out though. Alright, so seen how the flanging tool works, we've seen how the hole punch works. Now it's time. I'm going to go in and I've got to start doing some measuring and figuring out how much more I'm going to need to cut out of the old floorboard and where I'm going to need to merge the two so I can get a cut line and be able to come up with a place where I'll be able to weld this to the car. So let's jump into that. Got some cleanup to do. It's going to be just a few minutes. Alright, well, it's the next day. The temperature's gotten up. It's almost into the 70s. So let's get to seam sealing. Alright, this product I'm using is called Fast Line. It is a product that Napa sells. And I went back over all my welds because I know I've got pinholes. And I know I didn't get it all sealed back up real good. So what didn't get sealed up 100% with welding is getting sealed up with seam sealer. The seam sealer helps keep the water out, keep it dry in there, and hopefully make it last, well, if we're even driving cars in 50 years, who knows. But keep it sealed up where the water can't get in there and rust it out again. So, like I said, went over all my welds. Let's go out here. See where I welded this up. So I went back over it. And of course, cross right there. Now, all right, so this product we're using, the Fast Line, like I said, was from Napa. It's paintable. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back, probably going to be a few days because winter in Mississippi, you know, tomorrow it's going to be 35 and it's going to be struggle to get into the 40s for 4 or 5 days, whatever. So as soon as we can get back out here and we can get on it, we're going to paint it. And then I'm going to come underneath right down here over this area right in here and underneath and across. We're going to hit that with undercoating. We're going to put a real heavy coat of undercoating on it. That way it'll have, you know, basically a factory look to it, and you won't even be able to tell I did anything to the car. Once I get, like I said, once I get done, it'll all go away and just it'll almost look factory. Until the seam sealer dries, I can't do a whole lot. Can't paint it, can't undercoat it like I want to do. So you're gonna have to wait a few days probably before we continue this video on. All right, so while we're waiting on this seam sealer to dry, why don't you go check out another video coming on the screen right now.